In today's news, Shane Baptiste appointed the new Asia representative for the BVI Financial Services Commission. Premiere on Commission of Inquiry report. BVI Ports Authority Chairman to resign. Residents urged to self-isolate and test if exposed to a positive contact. Carrot Bay Coastal Sea Defense work begins. BVI takes action to ensure compliance with Russia sanctions. All this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Hello, beautiful people, and good evening. It's Thursday, May 12th, 2022. I'm Ron Grant, coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. A happy Thursday to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, residents in the British Virgin Islands are being urged to self-isolate and test if exposed to anyone who tests positive for COVID-19 as active cases rise to 151 within the territory. The message comes from the acting chief medical officer, Dr. Ronald Georges, who made the statement in a media release from the Ministry of Health on Tuesday. Georges said, and I quote, "Persons who have been exposed to a positive case, meaning a maskless contact for at least 15 minutes, or who think that they have been exposed to a positive case of COVID-19 should ensure that they wear a well-fitted mask when around others." Dr. Georges implied that 6 persons were recently admitted to the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital for matters unrelated to COVID, but later tested positive after undergoing a COVID-19 test. He also reminded residents who test positive for the required isolation period of 10 days before reintegrating back into the community. He said persons can resume normal activities if they test negative by a rapid test 7 days after onset of symptoms or on completion of 10 days of self-isolation without a COVID-19 test. He also urged to avoid positive persons to refrain from coming into contact with vulnerable persons. He said positive persons should avoid these persons for at least 10 to 14 days, conduct a COVID-19 test 5 to 7 days after the exposure, and continue to monitor themselves for 10 to 14 days, after which they can go back to normal precautions. The territory is being asked to remain vigilant and seek to self-isolate and be tested if experiencing symptoms associated with COVID-19. These, of course, include fever, aches, coughs, or nasal symptoms. Persons experiencing more severe symptoms or who may be vulnerable should seek medical attention. The British Virgin Islands Financial Services Commission announces the appointment of Mr. Shane Baptiste as the Commission's new Asia representative at the British Virgin Islands Financial Services Commission, with effect from the 1st July 2022. Mr. Baptiste replaces Mr. Burton Chowell, who returns to the Commission after his tenure ends on June 30th, 2022. Now, viewers, as Asia representative, Mr. Baptiste will manage the delivery of services offered from the Commission's office as the Asia-Pacific liaison for the jurisdiction's regulatory and registry sectors and champion the Commission's undertaking to bolster and strengthen deeper relations in the Asia market. Mr. Baptiste has over 14 years of experience in the field of regulation of financial services business in and from within the territory, holding various positions within the Commission. He commenced his tenure as a regulatory within the Investment Business Division in 2007 and subsequently transferred to the Legal and Enforcement Division in 2014 to the post of Senior Enforcement Officer. In 2019, Mr. Baptiste was appointed Deputy Director, Enforcement, responsible for the organization and execution of investigations of regulated and non-regulated entities. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Commission, Mr. Kenneth Baker, commented. Equipped with a vast range of financial services expertise, he said, and skills, Mr. Baptiste is committed and well poised to lead the next phase of the Commission's growth in this important market for the territory. We are confident that Mr. Baptiste will be an excellent addition to the team. On his appointment, Mr. Baptiste expressed, and I quote, "I'm humbled and honored to have been selected as the Commission's succeeding Asia representative as the Commission and government of the Virgin Islands continue to foster relationships and develop new opportunities in the Asia-Pacific region and recognize the importance of successfully executing this mandate, and I'm ready to build upon the framework of my predecessors." Now, viewers, the Commission extends its gratitude to Mr. Burton Chowell, who has had a very successful stint in Asia, as it looks forward to welcoming him back. Now, the Commission launched its Asia Representative Office in Hong Kong in April of 2014 as part of a broader effort to facilitate the provision of services. Of course, we here at 284 Media continue to wish congratulations to Mr. Shane Baptiste in his new duties, as well as wish the Financial Services Commission overall and their team continued success. Viewers, up next, Premier weighs in on the Commission of Inquiry report and BVI Ports Authority Chairman to resign. All this after a quick commercial break. You're watching 284 News.
The beautiful Virgin Islands, or nature's little secret as some prefer, where the weather stays warm and the drinks stay cold, where men in wigs get their lawyer bills paid by governments and governments lose planes, where walls are built and prisoners escape. You vacation where we suffer. BVI Love.
You value traditions. Today, you value music. You value education. Family.
I love you.
Service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Wheatley, has linked the Commission of Inquiry report to a mirror that reflects the issues of the BVI people, which have been constantly highlighted over a number of years. Dr. Wheatley made comments while appearing as a guest on the Honestly Speaking radio program with host Claude Skelton-Klein. He said the highlighting of these issues in the report has now commenced a journey of reform, which the National Unity Government is fully committed to seeing through.
We have to have a process of, as we said, this COY report is like a mirror that we hold up to ourselves. And even what our people have been crying out about, it's a mirror. Some of the things you've expressed on this very show, it's a mirror for us to look at ourselves. And I think we have enough information to be able to act on some of what we know. So we have to embark on a journey of reform. And, you know, the government of national unity, we have expressed privately and publicly
that we are committed to the reform agenda in the Virgin Islands. And persons will not get that sense of confidence unless they start to see some demonstrated action to back up some of the speeches, some of the words, some of the rhetoric. And we intend, and we're going to be coming to the people of the Virgin Islands very shortly with a plan of action to help get us back on the right track.
Premier Wheatley further said that there are some areas that need drastic and immediate attention, which he will be announcing to the public. He said his government has already started to tackle some of the critical areas, including the recent replacement of the Speaker of the House of Assembly. And speaking of changes, Chairman of the BVI Ports Authority, Mr. Kelvin Hodge, has indicated that he will be tendering his resignation as the National Unity Government announces plans to appoint a new board. This was confirmed by Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Wheatley, who made the disclosure on Wednesday, May 11th during a press conference. He said his government has commenced the process of immediate reforms within the public sector.
In regard to the Ports Authority, I have been in communication with the chairman of the board, and he has indicated that he will tender his resignation. The term of the remaining members will expire within days, and a new board of suitably qualified persons will be appointed.
Now, viewers, Premier Wheatley further said the decision to appoint a new board stemmed from the security concerns that resulted after the recent arrest of the current Managing Director, Ovaline Maynard, who is presently detained in Florida, United States, on serious charges of conspiracy to import a controlled substance, conspiracy to engage in money laundering, and attempted money laundering.
This decision was not taken lightly. However, given the remaining concerns about security at the ports, after the arrest of Managing Director Mrs. Ovaline Maynard, and the details of her activities described in the affidavit filed in the U.S. courts, we must refresh the board so its integrity is beyond reproach. The legal and practical issues involved in terminating the appointment of the current Managing Director are being examined, and updates in this regard will be forthcoming.
The Minister of Finance said the first task of the new board will be to appoint an interim managing director and to commence the recruitment process for someone to be confirmed in the position. He said the other security concerns at the port will be addressed in a joint initiative involving Governor His Excellency John Ranking and Commissioner of the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force Mark Collins. Premier Wheatley also informed the public to expect changes in several of the statutory bodies that exist across the British Virgin Islands.
I want to reassure you that the ports will continue to operate. The soon-to-be-appointed board will be tasked with the appointment of an interim managing director, while the recruitment of a substantive managing director is underway. In terms of the security of the ports, I have scheduled an urgent meeting with the Governor and Commissioner of Police to discuss some of the security concerns and what measures can be taken to address them. I want to remind everyone what I said before. Change will be hard, it will be painful. People we know and care about will be affected. However, in the end, it will be for the better. I'll be coming back to you soon to share the Government of National Unity's approach to statutory boards, because in several cases, change is urgently needed in terms of their current composition and how we deal with appointments more generally. It is not good practice to have the same person sitting on multiple statutory boards, and we will make the necessary changes in accordance with best practice.
The Premier of the Virgin Islands said he will be making further announcements to present his government's comprehensive approach to tackling this eminent issue. Viewers, when 284 News returns, the Carrot Bay Coastal Sea defense work begins and BVI to tackle actions to ensure compliance with Russia's sanctions. All this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Hello?
Wait, you had a long time care? You say you were sick? What happened to over the rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
reply, they simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, honey, I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today. Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services. One-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
The wait is over! CCT Fire is here! Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire, bring it home and upgrade today.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Viewers, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Now, on to more local news. Works have commenced on the Carrot Bay Retrievement Project to restore and reinforce the shoreline against any major changes that may be caused by a natural disaster or other elements. Minister for Transportation, Works and Utilities, the Honorable Kai M. Reimer, said the project started on May 9th and on completion will protect the shoreline from events such as hurricanes, which bring heavy wind and wave action, sea surges, and ground seas. Honorable Reimer said, and I quote, "The ministry has long recognized critical areas in need of coastal protection within the territory." During the event of 2017, he said, "We saw the wave floods and the 2 Category 5 hurricanes made the residents of Carrot Bay vulnerable, where complete roadways were washed away. Therefore," he said, "this project serves as a proactive response to ensure that the residents of Carrot Bay Coastal Sea Defense is equipped to protect the people not only of Carrot Bay, but motorists, pedestrians, and visitors that traverse the area in the face of climate change and rising sea levels." Meanwhile, Acting Director of the Public Works Department, Mr. Jeremy Hodge, said the objective is to break the wave of the sea about 45 feet before coming onto the roadway. He said, and I quote, "We want to take the wall out a little further so that the wave will break before it comes to shore. We have within our designs access points where there will be stairs and a pathway for access to the ocean," the acting director said. This first stage of the project is expected to last some 3 months. This includes the placement of turbidity curtains, construction of 500 feet of revetment, and the construction of the gravity wall and backfilling. Residents are encouraged to adhere, of course, to all warning signs, notices, and guidelines given by the traffic personnel and visit, of course, the government's page for more information during this rebuilding process. The Virgin Islands is taking all requisite steps to ensure that it adheres to its international obligations as an overseas territory of the United Kingdom. The territory is also complying with all sanctions issued by the United Kingdom that are extended to it by way of the relevant overseas territories' sanctions orders in Council. Now, additionally, the BVI actively monitors the UK sanctions listing published by the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, as well as the UK's Office of Financial Sanctions implementation with the Financial Services Commission and the Financial Investigation Agency, ensuring the timely dissemination of sanctions updates to its financial services providers, designated non-financial businesses and professions, and non-profit organizations. Where any requests for international cooperation are received, the BVI stands ready, they say, to execute these, including the sharing of beneficial ownership information with overseas law enforcement under the exchange of notes with the United Kingdom government, under which information can be exchanged in as little as 1 hour in urgent cases. Since the Russian invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022, the Governor's Office, as the component authority for sanctions in the BVI, has received confirmation that assets with an estimated value of more than $400,000 have been frozen to date. These actions have been taken in compliance with freezing obligations under the Russia Overseas Territories Order 2020. Governor of the Virgin Islands, His Excellency John Ranking CMG, whose office is the component authority for sanctions in the BVI, said, and I quote, "I welcome early steps taken by the British Virgin Islands to ensure it meets the sanctions requirement in response to Russia's unprovoked, premeditated and unjustified invasion of Ukraine. The Governor's Office, along with FCDO and OFSI, continues to support," he says, "and work together with the Financial Services Commission and the Financial Investigative Authority and other relevant agencies and component authorities in implementing these wide-ranging sanctions measures and meeting international obligation." Managing Director of the Financial Services Commission, Mr. Kenneth Baker, noted that this cohesive approach to sanctions implementation is unpinned by the Territory's Council of Component Authorities, which practices a joined-up delivery on international cooperation issues as a whole and promotes a strong culture of domestic cooperation amongst all component authorities. Financial sanctions are restrictions put in place, viewers, to achieve a specific foreign policy or national security objective. They can limit the provision of certain financial services and restrict access to financial markets, funds, and economic resources. Viewers, we'll be right back after a quick commercial break. You're watching 284 News. A show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. It doesn't always involve suits and, bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. This season, I'm taking you on an entirely different journey, from chefs to dancers, philanthropists, communications specialists, and much more. I'm heading outside in the field to share the journey of some of the BVI's best and brightest men. From East End to West End, Bojangada, Jackson Lake, not forgetting Anegada. Our Virgin Islands gentlemen are doing the damn thing, and I'm so proud. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redirect. We are the movers and shakers of this generation, and we ain't afraid to show it. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 3 by yours truly, Ron Grant, raising a generation of greatness. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I will see you again tomorrow as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. We are 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news right here on 284 Media. Of course, be sure to stay close to our page where we have a number of special reports, not only locally but regionally as well. A happy Thursday, everybody. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Hello?
Wait, you had a long time. You say you were sick? What happened to over the rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
Alright, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works. Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services. One-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this thing like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
She? I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire. Bring it home and upgrade today.
That line you long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Over there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?